Good evening. It is Dave here. Right, I just wanted to give you a bit of an update here. I haven't played the game for a couple of days because I've been really busy. I did pick up my Ribery and my Lewandowski cards back. Made a small bit of profit on Lewandowski, not much, and my Ribery, because he was out on the team of the week, I ended up making just over 50 grand, if I remember correctly. So all's good in that respect. So that's certainly something that you should do. Now I've got myself a new microphone, so hopefully I sound a little better in terms of quality, maybe. But what I'm going to do today, I promised to show you through some customized tactics, which is what I'm going to do today. So here we go. Right, I'm just going to start a game. I'm not going to play it, but just to show you the customized tactics and how to go about them, how to set them up, and how to make your games really easy. So we get to this screen. This is where we want to be. I'm going to team management. Now, as you can see, I play with customized tactics. So what happens here is when you're in the middle of the match, you press your D-pad in one of the four directions, doesn't matter which, and that then brings up a little icon at the bottom left of the screen. You then or the bottom right, depending on which way you're kicking, you then choose which of your customized tactics to use, either up, down, left or right. If we go into here, we'll have a look that they've already got some pre-made ones there. Slow defaults. Sorry, that's slow. That's the team name. So it's just your default. Your default tactic. Counterattack, high pressure, possession, and long ball. Now I find that these don't do justice to the players that you need. So I've created my own, and I'm going to talk you through them now. Show you how to set them up yourself. Okay, so what I've got here, if we go into edit tactics, I've set this particular tactic up for my style of play, and this one is based on your opponents having a tight midfield. So effectively they play tight, they don't use wingers, and they play it through the middle, and you've got to play it around them. So what I've done, I've created this tactic for wing play. So essentially what you've got here is you've got ratings out of 100. So if you want to have the maximum amount of speed possible, you move that up to 100. Now, what I would suggest here is that you have a buffer of 15 on either side. So never go above 85 and never go below 15, because if you do, you're kind of leaving yourself open for problems. Your best bet is to go for a maximum of 85, and that's what I do all the time. So as you can see here, if I'm playing with wingers, I like to play it fast, because I need to get down to the wing, I need to cross it into the box, and I need my players there to finish it off, and I need the players there without that much in the way of defenders there. So I play a fast game when I'm playing when I'm playing down the wings. So that's why my speed is up to what I consider the maximum, 85. If we just go down here, this is build-up play. So effectively, this is how your team goes through the motions in the first. I think it's the first two thirds of the field. So your half and a small portion of the opponent's half. It's all about speed play. We want to get it to my wingers, and then I'm going to rush down the wing. Passing. This is purely how you pass through your defence, through your midfield, and up to your your third. So this is your first and your second third. Now, obviously, we've got you can have short, medium, or long passing. For this particular tactic, I go for a short-ish passing. Simply because I get it out of my defender, I get it to the winger, and then the winger just runs off with it. So it's just a matter of me getting it to the winger, and that's why I've got a short to medium pass in there. I don't have great passes in defence. I don't also have great passes in as my CDMs. So it's all about as long as I can get it to the wingers, that's it, then they're off and running. Position, you can either choose between free form and organised here. Now for this particular tactic, I like to go for for free form, so that my players can make runs off the ball. That they're not strict in terms of positions, and if you have a look here, you've got exactly the same here. So bear in mind, this one is for your first 2/3 of the pitch, and this one is for your third third of the pitch. So either way, I've got these on freeform here because I want my players to make runs, to be able to make themselves available as my wingers are crossing it in, or even if they're doing like a lob pass into the box. Either way, I want my players to make the runs to get on them. Now, chance creation, passing. This is all about risk. So, what you're going to be doing, if you're going to have a high risk passing game, you need players who can pass the ball. And I mean, certainly over 75, way over 75. I'd even consider over 80 if you're going to be going. If you're going to be going in doing risky passing. So essentially, what this is, it's doing risky passing. You're trying to make the killer pass. If you can make the killer pass, you got a guy on goal. He's going to shoot. So this is what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to be going quite risky on this one. Not overly risky because I'm playing with speed here, so I want to keep my players at the back if necessary. I don't want them making runs off the ball, joining the attack. If I've got two, say two strikers that are up against me, I need them covered, so I don't go risky. I don't go overly risky. Now crossing, I've obviously got an 85. This is purely set up for wingers, so I've got that at 85. Shooting, this is an interesting one. Shooting in this term is more about, obviously, you know, when you're in control of a player, you get to decide when that player shoots. You also get to decide when that player passes or falls over or punches the ref or whatever. So this isn't about how many times you're going to shoot with the ball, because you're going to shoot with the ball however often you want to shoot with the ball. This is all about the build-up play, so that your players are around you and how they think you're going to play. So if you've got a really small figure in here and you're at 15, then players are under the impression that you're not going to shoot, that you're going to pass to them. They won't need to make the runs, they'll just need to make themselves available to you. So if you, on the opposite side, if you go for long shooting, if you go for lots of points in the shooting stat, people will make runs into the box they will they'll make extra effort to give you the support to get the position right. It just works better if you're I like to have, unless I'm playing a possession game, I like to have pretty damn high shooting. 65 is about right for this one, because I don't necessarily want my players shooting all the time. If my cross goes to the wrong player and someone's in a better position, I will usually pass to that other player rather than just taking an insignificant shot. So that's shooting. Now we've already covered this positioning. This is positioning for the final third, and then obviously we've got defense. Now this is going to be quite important to your tactics, how you actually set your defenders up. So in this case, you've got pressure. Obviously, the amount of pressure that you put on the ball. Given that I'm going for quite fast play when we get up to the strikers, I've gone for medium to high pressure there. 57. In fact, I'd probably even put that up to 60. I'd like to put a fair bit of pressure on the players. I certainly don't want them playing around me. So I'll get on it, but as soon as it's won, it's passed. Aggression. I don't tend to go too high on aggression unless it's a very specific tactic. So I've got it at roughly medium on here, just to press the ball. Team width. Obviously, this is to do with your defensive team width. So this is really going to depend on how your opposition are. So in this case, the team width, I've got it at 80 at the moment. But as you know, this tactic is designed for if they are playing it through the middle. Okay, I then pass it wide. So I need players to be able to be in the right position. I certainly need my two centre backs. I certainly need them quite close together. If the opposition are playing it through the middle, I need them quite close together. But then I need the left back and the right back. I need them to be able to pass it to my winger. So I do need them to be outside of like a three. If it was a three-man centre back, it would need to be a little further out than that. So I actually go for the team width in the region of 40 to 45. So I'll go for 43 on that one. And finally, the defender line, you've got offside trap and you've got cover. Now in this case I need to counter attack. I need to attack really quickly, but I don't need to do the offside trap, because the offside trap is mainly, for me, it's gaining possession. If you're going to be gaining possession, that's absolutely fine, but at the end of the day, if you gain possession through a through the offside trap, it's through a free kick. Obviously, if you're in a free kick situation, your opposition had the chance to organise again, and they're less susceptible to the wing play. So in wing play, I go for cover. Right, that's it with that one. I'm just going to say that because I did make a change. Right, my second tactic is central attack. So this is the opposite of the first one. This is where the opposition team is playing a wide game. And what I would do here is I would play through the middle. So I wouldn't go down the wing as much. Because it's down the middle, I don't need as much speed in there. I certainly don't need to get it down to the wingers. I don't need them to be passing it in, because they're going to have full backs there. They're going to be trying to take the ball. I don't need that. All I need to do here is keep quite a good amount of possession and just play it through the middle. That's all I'm looking at doing here. Exploiting space is purely that. So again, with passing, we go for short passing, because all I'm doing is I'm just playing it through the middle. If we go for long passing, then we're going to be bypassing some of the great players that I can use to use the ball. So again, organised defending. I don't want to play straight out of positions when they're defending, simply because I want them in the positions that I know they're going to be in, and that's because I'm playing it through the middle. Okay, passing. Again, this is the final third. I'm going for a safe passing option here, simply because again, all I'm doing is I'm playing it through the middle. I'm looking to get into position to shoot. I don't need to go hell for leather to do that. I certainly don't need to go and do any risky passing, because all I'm doing is I'm just keeping possession and I'm just playing it through the space, which is going to be plenty because of their wide play. Okay, crossing again. I'm going through the middle, so I've got as little crossing as I possibly can. And shooting again. I try to get lots in there. So I want my players to make runs into positions that will give me space. That's it for that. Again, organised for your final third positioning. While I do want my players to create space, I don't necessarily want them running way out of position, because I want to keep the ball in the middle. It's as simple as that. If I keep the ball on the middle, it doesn't go out wide, they don't have a chance to close it down, and I win. Defensive pressure, because this one's going through the middle, it certainly doesn't need to be high. Here it's medium, and that's absolutely fine here. If I was if they were overrunning me, for example, I might consider going to a higher pressure game, a higher pressure tactic, which I will cover in a minute. Aggression. Again, I don't like to go. I certainly don't like to go double on this one. As you know, through button combinations, you can kind of double up anyway. There's no issue with that whatsoever. But I just keep them pressed. That's it. All I'm going to do is just press it, take the ball, and pass. So again, because I'm going down the middle, team width in the middle. Now, bear in mind that this is just for your defence, but I'm not going to be passing it to any of my wingers, so I don't need that additional width through wide playing left and right back. They can tuck in, they can be absolutely fine, and they can pass it through midfield. So that's that. Again, the offside trap. Now, I use the offside trap in this particular one because I'm absolutely fine to keep possession. With the wing play, I'm looking at play it fast. I'm looking at more of a counter-attacking game with wing play, and I need speed on that one. I need to get to my wingers, down to the touch line, cross it in. You can't do that with the offside trap because the offside trap allows the defense to get allows the opposition to get organised. But with this particular tactic, playing it through the middle, I don't mind my opposition getting organised behind the ball once they've given away a free kick. So I do play the offside trap in this particular tactic. So let's go back and have a look at the next one. My custom number 3 is a possession tactic. So let's get in there and edit that one. Right, again, if I'm just keeping possession, I don't need the speed there. All I need is the skill on the ball to be able to play the short passes to each other. So in that case, we've got speed and we've got passing, both at a relatively low value. And again, because it's possession based, I don't need my players going outside of the normal positions, making runs everywhere. I could just play it through them and get them to play it on. Short 1-2 is here and there. It's absolutely fine by me. No problem whatsoever, because the ideal thing here is just to keep possession, nothing more. Okay. Chance creation, safe passing. That's a fairly obvious one. If you go going for possession, you don't lose the ball. You've got to keep your passing safe. There's no option about it. Okay. Crossing, it doesn't really matter to me, this one. That's why I keep it roughly half and half. If I'm going for possession, then I might be tempted to stray on the safe side and keep it more down the centre than off the wings. That's why I've got it just below half. Shooting, again with this one. This one's, I'm not that bothered in this case about players making runs, believing that I'm going to shoot all the time. I want to be able to set them up into the right positions so that they can shoot, and obviously that's what we do with possession. It's all about keeping the ball until you've got the perfect shooting opportunity. Once you've got that perfect shooting opportunity, that's when you shoot. You don't look to shoot as soon as you've got the ball. So for this, I've got a medium shooting stat on. Positioning, free form. This is obviously for attack. When we get into the final third, I do want my players making runs, creating themselves space. If they've got space for themselves, players are going to have to cover that space and leave space for additional players. So in this case, I do want free form as my attacking style of play. Defense. Right. Pressure. Pressure doesn't really matter on this one. I can lay off the pressure, I can lay off the aggression. Absolutely fine, because I've got very good defenders. I've got very good central defensive midfielders, so I can just sit behind the ball and just wait for them to pass it to me, which effectively they will do. So I don't necessarily need the pressure. I don't necessarily need the aggression, and that's why I keep them relatively low. Team width, again, because I can play left, I can play right, I can play down the middle. This doesn't really matter in this particular tactic. If I'm just keeping possession, I just need to get it to the player that I want it to play it to. It doesn't matter to me whether that player is a little wider than normal or a little narrower than normal. No issue whatsoever. And defensive line, offside trap. Again, because it doesn't matter once I've turned over possession. It doesn't matter if they get organised at the back. That's absolutely fine, because I've got possession football here, and I'm going to be playing it through them. Short and sweet. Easy as that. So let's click back again and have a look at my last one, which is a customized counter-attack one. Now, bear in mind that this is my idea of a counter-attack. This is how I think a counter-attack should be played. Okay, speed. Obviously, counter-attack, you would expect the speed to be high. I won't let you down on that one. Got it at 85. That's fairly self-explanatory. Passing, I go for quite long passing here, and that's simply because what I want to do is I want to win it in defence, and I want to get it passed to I want to get it passed to a passer. So that's my first thing. I can get the ball passed to someone who can pass it long. Once I've got it passed to that player, he would then look at doing a long ball. And I don't mean a traditional long ball like playing it from the first third straight onto the head of someone who's already in the box. That's not my style of play, and it's not my player's style of play. I'm looking purely here at through balls, lob through balls, passes like that, and that even just standard ground passes, as long as they're long, as long as I can get it up to the players making runs. I've got speed on my left, I've got speed on my right. I can pass it to either of them two, and they will go bang 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 straight off down the pitch and counter attack as fast as they can. So that's why I've got quite long passing on there. Position, Again, in defence and attack, I'm looking at making the players available, giving them space. So I'm looking for them to get space. Once they've got space, then obviously I can pass it into space for them. So that's why I've got freeform on both of the positionings there. Right, final third passing. Risky, yeah. I would err on the risky side here. Not too risky, but you are going to be looking at players that you do want to be looking at making the killer pass. You do want to be getting players into a shooting position as fast as you can. So you don't really want to be building it through, playing safe passes. You do need to go risky on this. I don't ever go too risky, but you do need to be risky on it. Crossing, again, it doesn't really matter whether I go down the middle or go down the side. That's all going to depend on what kind of opposition I'm playing. I've got a player who can finish it, whether it's on the floor or whether it's in the air. It doesn't really matter. He's also great at volleying as well. So I've got all bases covered no matter how I get the ball into the box. It's just about getting the ball in the box. And because you've got to get the ball in the box, you've got to be looking at shooting first time here. It's all about speed. It's all about catching them off guard, having as few opposition in your line of sight from the goal that you can possibly get. So you need to be looking at to shoot on sight. So make this shooting start very, very high. For me, 85, as high as I go. Right. Because this is counter-attack, I want to be pressing high and I want to be pressing hard. So I've got high pressure and high aggression here. My primary intention is to win the ball. As soon as I've won the ball, I pass it off. So what I'm hoping that they're going to do is come on to me and attack hard. I'll then chase down the ball, get 2 players on it, get 3 players on it if necessary, win the ball and just lay it off. That's it. That's all I need to do on that one. Team width. Again, doesn't really matter. I'm happy going down the middle. I'm happy going down the sides based on how my opposition are playing. So yeah, absolutely around the middle there is absolutely fine by me. And defensive line, because this does matter now. If I'm going to be playing a counter, if I'm going to be playing an offside trap, I'm going to be letting them. If I catch them out on the offside trap, I'm going to be letting them get organised in defence. That goes against everything that a counter-attack is. You need their disorganisation. So we go for cover on that one. We certainly don't go for the offside trap. And that's it. There's nothing else to it. You can play around with these as you see fit. This is how I choose to do it. So if I'm playing a team who have a strong spine throughout the field, they don't play wide, I will go for wing play. I will exploit their weaknesses there. Again, if in reverse they do play with wingers, then I will try and play it through them. So I'll go for a central one. I might also go for a possession. Sorry, for a counter-attack one there as well, because if they're playing it wide, then they're going to be playing with speed, which leaves them open to the counter-attack. If they're going to be playing low speed ones, then the counter-attack's not going to be ideal, because you need them to be moving players up as much as possible. So that's it. There's nothing else to it. It's all about finding the right balance for yourself, and once you've found that, you will absolutely rock it. So that's it. That's all you need to do in terms of tactics. So I have there. I've got them set on opposite sides. So if for example I want to go wingers or central, that is I've actually just changed that. Silly me. Edit tactics. So I've got up and down for wingers and central. So they're on diametrically opposed sides. And then again, I've got the opposite, the opposed sides for 3 and 4 as well. So for right and left, I've got possession and counter attack. So that's it. All you need to do is get on and use them, and you'll be brilliant at the game. Simple as that. Goodbye.